Hello students, in this video I am going to solve the remaining problems of model question paper 1. From 1 to 24 I solved in my earlier video. That video link I given in description just to go through that. So from 25th question I will solve here. The 25th question is like this. The sum of two natural numbers is 9 and the sum of their reciprocal is 9 by 20. Find the numbers. Okay. So here they mentioned two numbers, natural numbers. Their sum will be 9. So let the take two numbers be. Let numbers be x and 9 minus x I will take. Why? If you add them, you will get the 9. Okay. So sum of two numbers is 9. So if one number is x, then automatically another number will be 9 minus x. And continuation of that, sum of their reciprocal is 9 by 20. Sum of reciprocal means x is there, that reciprocal will be 1 by x plus, and 9 minus x is there, that reciprocal will be 1 by 9 minus x. We will get here 9 by 20. Okay. So we have to find the value of those numbers. So let's take here LCM. It becomes x into 9 minus x and multiply the first numerator from the next denominator and the next numerator from the first denominator. Okay. So here it will be multiplied with 9 minus x and it will be multiplied with x. So 1 into 9 minus x gives us 9 minus x only, plus 1 into x equal to 9 by 20. So here minus x plus x get cancelled. What left? 9 left. Now multiply these two, x into 9, 9x minus x into x square equal to 9 by 20. Here numerator is 9, here also numerator is 9. They will get cancelled because there is no other operations like plus, minus. Okay, so 9 is here, here also 9 is there. So if you take one side, they will get divisibles. So directly I am cancelling 9 and 9. So what left here? 9x minus x square. This side 20 left. So make them cross multiplication. Okay, 20 becomes here 20 equal to 9x minus x square. Okay, now take all variables one side. Here we will get minus x square is there. If you take to left side, so it becomes plus x square and 9x becomes minus 9x and already 20 is there. Let's keep that like that only, plus 20 equal to 0. Now we got here one quadratic equation. Okay, so you can solve it by factorization method or else using the quadratic formula method. Okay, so any one method you can do. Here the numbers are very small, so I will go with the factorization method. It will be easy. So here x square is there, here 20 is there. It becomes 20x square. If you multiply first term and last term, you will get 20x square. Okay, so now factorize it. So I will take it as 4 5s are 20. If you add them, 4 plus 5, 9 will get. Which 9 we need? We need minus 9. So take minus on both sides. Minus 4, minus 5. Now split the middle term, that is x square minus 4x minus 5x plus 20 equal to 0. Now take the common from first two terms and next two terms. So x square minus 4x, here take the x common. So it becomes x minus 4 minus. Now here 5x is there, 20 is there. So take 5 common. What left? X and minus, here plus is there. We need the plus, then we have to multiply with minus. So 5, how much are 20? 5 4s are 20 equal to 0. So x minus 4, x minus 5 are two factors of this equation. So x minus 4, x minus 5, write them separately. X minus 4 or x minus 4 equal to 0 or x minus 5 equal to 0. So here we get x equal to 4 or x equal to 5. Our required numbers will be 4 or 5. Okay, so if you take the required numbers, so here I will writing the answer, that is required numbers are if I take the 4 as my x, then the automatically next number will be 9 minus x, that is 9 minus 4, that is 5. So if I take the 5 as x, then next number will be 9 minus 5, that is 4. So vice versa. So directly you can write required numbers are 4 and 5. Okay, so if you take 4, then you will get the 5. If you take the 5, you will get the 4. So that's why the required numbers are 4 and 5. In this R question they given the perimeter and area of rectangular playground are 80 meter and 384 meter square respectively. Find the length and breadth of the ground. Okay, it is in the rectangular shape. So let's take a length B L and breadth B B. Okay, the first condition, that is perimeter. Perimeter is how much? 80 meters. So what is the formula for perimeter of that rectangular garden? The perimeter formula will be like this: perimeter equal to 2 of L plus B. So that is how much? 80. They only mentioned. Okay, so if I take 2 of L plus B equal to 80, if I take 2 that side, it becomes divisible. 2 ones are 2 40s are. So L is there. So L plus B becomes 40 now. So from this, make one value for L or B. So I will take the B as 40 minus L. So let's take equation number 1. So it will be useful for substituting in the next equation. So next equation what? That is area. So area is what? L into B. Okay, that is how much? 384 meter square. 384 meter square. Okay, so L keep like that only. What is B? B will be 40 minus L equal to 384. Okay, so now multiply this here. L into 40, 40L minus L into L square equal to 384. Okay, so now take variables on right side, that becomes L square. This 40 becomes minus 40L, and already 384 is that, that side only, so keep it in plus 384. So instead of writing 0 equal on left side, better way write it on right side. So you will get here one standard form of quadratic equation. So this is our equation. So now solve this equation again by factorization or else by the quadratic formula. Okay, so the numbers are bigger, so here I will use the quadratic formula. So what is our quadratic formula? X equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. This is our quadratic formula. So in this quadratic formula we have to substitute the coefficient of x square and here is in place of x square, L square is there. Okay, L square, L and constant values. So here a becomes what? A becomes 1, b becomes minus 40, c becomes 384. Okay, now substitute in the formula. So x equal to, so instead of x here take it as a L, because in place of x L we are using. L means length. So first minus b means what? Minus 40 is there, so keep it in bracket. Minus of minus 40 plus or minus b square. So what is b square? B square is minus 40 square minus 4ac. 4 into a is 1, c means 384 divided by 2a. What is 2a? A means 1. 2 into 1. Okay, so here only solve it. Minus into minus plus, so it becomes 40 plus or minus 40 square, that is 1600. If you multiply minus 2 times, minus into minus it becomes plus. So minus 40 into minus 40, we will get here 1600 minus, see here 4 into 1 4 and multiply with 384. How much you will get? 4 4s are 16, carry 1, 4 8s are 32, 32 plus 1 33, carry 3, 4 3s are 12, 12 plus 3 15, 1536 and divided by 2 into 1 2. Okay, so what you will get here? L equal to L equal to what? 40 plus or minus root of 1600 minus 1536. If we make the subtraction, so we will get here 64 divided by 2. Okay, so now taking 40 plus or minus root 64. What is the root 64? It is 8. Root of 64 is 8. We will get here 40 plus or minus 8 divided by 2. Okay, so L equal to 40 plus 8 once you add it and divide it by 2, or once you subtract and divide it by 2. Okay, plus or minus are there. Okay, so L equal to 48 by 2 or L equal to 32 by 2. 48 by 2 and 32 by 2. If you cancel it, 2 ones are 2 24s are 2 ones are 2 16s are. So L equal to 24 or L equal to 16. Now from equation number 1. From equation number 1. What is our equation number 1 says? That is B equal to how much? We got there in the first equation, that is 40 minus L. B equal to 40 minus L is there. So B equal to, if I take L as 24, then it becomes 40 minus 24, we will get here 16. Or if I take L equal to 16, that becomes 40 minus 16 equal to 24. See, if you take L as 24, you will get here B as 16. If you take L as 16, and we will get the B as 24. Okay, vice versa. So lastly you have to write required dimensions are, or else instead of writing the dimensions, write as a length. Required length is, you can write 24 and breadth is 16 meter. Okay, so length as 24 meter, breadth as 16 meter. So like this you have to solve. Now in 26th problem, here it is from the trigonometry. Again here also 2 questions are there, any one you have to solve. So I will solve here both. The first one, prove that sine by 1 minus cot theta plus cos theta by 1 minus tan theta equal to sine theta plus cos theta. Okay, so first I will take the LHS side. So let's take LHS equal to sine theta by 1 minus cot theta plus cos theta whole divided by 1 minus tan theta. Okay, so here sine and cos is there. So better way, change cot and tan in terms of sine and cos. Okay, so it becomes sine theta divided by 1 minus, what is cot theta? Cot theta is nothing but cos theta. Cot is nothing but cos by sine. Cos by sine plus cos theta equal to 1 minus tan theta. Tan means sine by cos, reverse of the cot. So sine by cos theta. Okay, so simplifying the denominators. So here if I take the LCM, it becomes sine theta minus cos theta whole divided by sine theta plus cos theta divided by here again if I take the LCM, it becomes cos theta minus sin theta whole divided by cos theta. Okay, so now take the denominator to numerator, it becomes reciprocal, so sin becomes sin theta into sin theta whole divided by sin theta minus cos theta plus, now if I take the denominator to numerator, it becomes reciprocal cos theta into cos theta whole divided by cos theta minus sin theta. Okay, now sin into sin, sin square theta whole divided by sin theta minus cos theta. Okay, so here plus is there. See the denominators on both sides. Sin theta minus cos theta minus sin theta. Okay, so I will take here minus as my opposite sign to get the same denominator. So if I take here minus out, it becomes minus into plus minus, and cos into cos, it becomes cos square divided by this, if I take minus out, then it becomes sin theta minus cos theta. Sin theta minus cos theta. See here, if I take this minus again inside, it becomes cos theta minus sin theta. If I take out, it becomes sin theta minus cos theta. Okay, don't get confusion. To make the denominator same, I took the minus out. So here also sin theta minus cos theta, here sin theta minus cos theta. So by this we get here same denominator, then no need of the taking LCM. So directly you can subtract sin square minus cos square whole divided by sin theta minus cos theta. Okay, so sin square minus cos square divided by sin theta minus cos theta. See, sin square minus cos square. So recall your identities, algebraic identities. A square minus b square. A square minus b square. So a square minus b square means what? A square minus b square is nothing but a plus b into a minus b. Okay, so sin square minus cos square, I will write it as sin theta plus cos theta into sin theta minus cos theta whole divided by sin theta minus cos theta. So clearly observe here, sin theta minus cos theta, sin theta minus cos theta, we got the same terms, so they will get cancellation. So what left? Sin theta plus cos theta. So here I will write that one, sin theta plus cos theta. Sin theta plus cos theta means what? That is our RHS. So RHS. So at the end you can write here LHS equal to RHS. Okay. So understood what I did? Just I converted the cot and tan in terms of sin, and afterwards simplified the denominators, and after simplifying the denominators I took them to the numerator. So where we get sin square on numerator, here cos square on numerator. After that just I changed the sign to get the denominator same. So instead of plus I took minus. So this minus implies here cos theta becomes minus cos theta and sin theta becomes plus sin theta. So sin theta minus cos theta, here also sin theta minus cos theta. So we got the denominator same. After that getting the denominator same, so I used here, I applied here identity. Which identity? That is a square minus b square, which gives us a plus b into a minus b. So after applying that, we will get here one term in numerator and denominator are same. So I just cancelled them, divided them. So what left? Sin theta plus cos theta, which is equal to our RHS. So that's why LHS equal to RHS. Now 26th question or optional question I will solve here. cos theta minus 2 cos cube theta divided by 2 sin cube theta minus sin theta equal to cot theta. Okay, so already we know that cot theta means cos by sin. Okay, so we need only the ratio of cos theta by sin theta, and remaining thing we have to cancel here. So then we will get the LHS equal to RHS. So let's solve here. So first I will take the LHS. LHS equal to cos theta minus 2 cos cube theta whole divided by 2 sin cube theta minus sin theta. Okay, so here cos is there, here cos cube is there. Take the cos common. So cos common. What left? 1 minus 2 into cos square theta. Okay, if I take cos theta common, so here cos theta is there. If I take cos theta, remainder is 1 minus 2 cos cube is there. Cos cube, if I take 1 cos out, what left? Cos square left. Same thing you do at the denominator. So I will take here sin cube is there, sin is there. I will take sin theta out. Sin theta out. What left? 2 sin square theta minus 1. Okay. The multiple what left here? 1 left here, multiple 1 left. Okay. So now applying sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1, we have one identity. Okay, so if cos square theta equal to 1 minus sin square theta, if I take sin square that side, that becomes cos square theta minus 1 minus sin square. So using that cos square value in the numerator, so here cos theta 1 minus 2, in place of cos square what I will write? I will write this identity. Okay, so that is 1 minus sin square theta bracket complete divided by sin theta into 2 sin square theta minus 1. Okay, now simplify the equation in bracket. 1 minus 2 into 1, 2. Minus 2 into minus sin square, it becomes plus 2 sin square theta. Okay, now sin theta 2 sin square theta minus 1. Okay, so numerator and denominator, any one term you have to interchange according to the cancellation. Okay, 1 minus 2, here it gets cos theta into 1 minus 2 becomes minus 1 plus 2 sin square theta whole divided by sin theta into 2 sin square theta minus 1. See, observe properly. In numerator minus 1 plus 2 sin square theta is there. At denominator 2 sin square theta minus 1 is there. Okay, so both are same, so they get cancelled. What left? Cos theta divided by sin theta left. So cos theta minus cos theta by sin theta means what? Cos theta by sin theta is nothing but our cot theta. So cot theta is on our RHS, right hand side. We took the LHS. So LHS equal to RHS. So like this you have to solve. So in 27th question, it is application of trigonometry. From a point on a ground, the angles of elevation of the top and bottom of the transmission tower fixed at the top of a 20-meter high building are 60 degree and 45 degree respectively. Find the height of the transmission tower. So here one tower is there, it fixed on a building which is 20-meter height. Okay, so let BC is the height of the building. So here it is height of the building. On this building they fixed one transmission tower. Let's take it as a AB. Okay, we have to find that AB height, means height of that tower, and D is the point on the ground. Okay, already they given the figure in your textbook, so it will be very easy to identify the triangles. Okay, if they didn't mention, So that time you have to draw your own diagram. Okay, roughly you can draw it and mention the proper identifications. So here bottom and top, the angle of elevation will be 45 degree and 60 degree. Okay, so after drawing this diagram, you will get here one triangle with one unknown dimension. Okay, so let's take here triangle BCD. In a triangle BCD, why I took that one only? We know the BC, we don't know the DC. Okay, we know BC, we don't know DC, and we know one angle and one side. If we know, so then it will be easy to find the other side. So in triangle BCD, so 45 degrees there, opposite side they given, we have to find the adjacent. So directly you can take it as tan 45 degree. So tan 45 means opposite by adjacent. Opposite means what? BC, and adjacent is DC. Okay, tan 45 is there. Tan 45 is nothing but 1 and BC is 20, then divided by DC. So making the cross multiplication, DC into 1, DC equal to 20 meters. So here from the foot of the building to the point on the ground, we got here DC as 20 meter. Now in the whole triangle ACD, we got the CD, our base. You can say it as a base, or you can say it as a adjacent side for the 60 degree. Okay, now in triangle, which triangle? ACD. Okay, so ACD, then tan 60 degree equal to, so here our angle is 60 degree and known side is DC. Now we have to find the AC. Why we need to find AC? Because already we know the BC. If we get the AC, so subtract this BC, we will get the AB. Okay, so tan 60 is nothing but opposite. What is opposite? AC divided by DC, that is 20 meters. So tan 60, what is the value? That is root 3. Tan 60 is root 3, and here AC we don't know, but we know the DC, that is 20. So AC equal to, if you cross multiply 20 into root 3, 20 root 3 meters. So now we got the total height of tower and building, that is 20 root 3. But what we know, what we want? We want AB. AB means what? The height of tower. Height of tower. Height of tower. So that is AB. So if you want AB, just to subtract from the AC minus BC. So AC is what? AC is 20 root 3. Here 20 root 3 we got, minus BC. BC is what? Already we know that 20. Okay, so here they didn't mention the root 3 value, just you keep like that only. Take the 20 common, so it becomes 20 into root 3 minus 1 meter. So AB equal to 20 into root 3 minus 1 meter. Okay, so this is our answer of height of that tower. 28th question. Find the value of K if the coordinates of the points A 2, minus 2, B minus 4, 2 and C minus 7, K are collinear. They clearly mentioned here points are collinear and we have to find the value of K. Okay, so here if the points are collinear, then area of triangle will be 0. Since points are collinear, here area of triangle will be, is 0. Area of triangle will be 0 because they are in the straight line, collinear, so they can't form a triangle. So if you take the area of triangle, it becomes 0. Okay, so let's name here x1 y1, x2 y2, x3 y3. Okay, so we know the area of triangle formula. What is area of triangle formula and how to remember it? Area of triangle equal to 1 by 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1 and 3, 1, 2. Okay, so 1 means it is x1, here it is x2, here it is x3, and it becomes y2 minus y3 plus y3 minus y1 plus y1 minus y2. So by writing the numbers you can remember this formula. 1 2 3, 2 3 1, 3 1 2. Okay, now area of triangle is what? It is 0. 1 by 2. x1 is what here? 2. y2, that is 2, minus y3 is k, plus x2 is what here? Minus 4, and y3 is what? K, minus y1 is what? Minus, so keep it in bracket, minus of minus 2. Okay, plus x3 is what? Minus 7, and y1 is minus 2, minus y2 is 2. Bracket complete. Now solve, take this to this side, it becomes 2 into 0, 0 equal to, now 2 into 2, 4, 2 into k, minus 2k, and here minus 4, k is there, so plus into minus, minus 4 into k, k, and minus into minus it becomes plus, 4 into 2, 4 2s are 8. Okay, and minus is there, it becomes plus, minus into plus, minus. Next, plus minus 7 into, first we simplify that, minus 2 minus 2, minus 4. Now 4 minus 2k, minus 4k, it becomes minus 6k, minus 8. Here minus 7 into minus 4, it becomes plus 28. Okay, so here 4 minus 6k, minus 8 plus 28, minus 8 plus 28, here minus, here plus. What you have to do? Both are opposite sign, you have to subtract. So 28 minus 8, 20. Which 20? Plus 20. Okay, here on right side 0 is there, sorry left side 0 is there, keep like that only, 0. 4 plus 20, so you can't add two variables, so keep like that only. 4 plus 20, it becomes 24, minus 6k. So take this minus 6k this side, it becomes plus 6k equal to 24. So k equal to 24 divided by 6. 6 ones are 6 fours are. So what left? K equal to 4. So the k value will be 4. So it is very simple. Try to remember this area of triangle formula and substitute the values properly. You will get the k value. So in 29th question, two questions they given. So any one you have to solve. For the first question you have to find the mean value by direct method, and for the second you have to find the mode. Okay. For the mean value we need the class mark and we have to multiply with that frequency. Okay, so then how to find the class mark? It is very simple. You have to add lower limit and upper limit and divide it by 2. So lower limit is what? 5. 5 plus 15, it becomes 20. Divided by 2. 20 by 2, it will be 10. So our class mark is 10. Next, 15 plus 25. So it becomes 40. Divided by 2, you will get here 20. Okay, how much interval is increasing? 10 is increased. So just you write the next one will be 30, 40, 50. Okay, if you want to cross check, you can cross check here. 45 plus 55, it becomes 100. Divided by 2, you will get here 50. Okay. Now multiply this class mark with the frequency. 4 into 10, 40. 3 into 20, 60. 6 into 30, it becomes 180. 5 into 40, it becomes 200. 2 into 50, it becomes 100. Now add them, because we need the summation of Fi into Xi. Summation means the total overall addition. So 0 is there, keep 0. 4 plus 6, 10, 10 plus 8, 18. Carry 1, 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 1, 5. 580. And summation of frequency overall, how much? 4 plus 3, 7. 7 plus 6, 13. 13 plus 5, 18. 18 plus 2, 20. Okay. So what is our mean formula? What is our mean formula? That is summation of Fi Xi divided by summation of Fi. Okay. So this is direct method formula. So Fi Xi is how much? 580 divided by 20. So 0 0 get cancelled. 2 1s are 2, 29s are. So our mean X bar is 29. So this is our answer. So mean is how much? 29. Okay. So what you have to do? First you have to find the class mark. Okay. How to find the class mark? Adding the class interval and divided by 2, you will get the class mark. Afterwards, multiply with the frequency, you will get Fi Xi. Okay. And add them and put the formula, that is mean equal to summation of Fi Xi divided by summation of Fi. Okay, substitute the values, you will get the answer. So this is our direct method to find the mean. Now for the R question, optional question, now just do it one choice. You can do any one. Okay, don't do both in your board exam. Any one you can solve there. Okay, so for the mode what we need? We have to find the model class. Okay, then model class means what? Which having the maximum frequency, that is here. 20 to 30 is having the maximum frequency, that is 15. So here L is what? Lower limit, that is 20. So why I am taking L? We have the formula, mode formula. What is that mode formula? That is L plus F1 minus F0 divided by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. Okay. So what is L? L is nothing but lower limit of the model class. Next, what is H? That is class size. 30 minus 20, 10. Upper limit minus lower limit, that is class size. Next, F1, the frequency of the model class, that is 15. That is F1. F0 is preceding frequency, that is 9. F2, that is succeeding, that is 11. Okay, so L, substitute the values. Substitute the values here, 20 plus F1, that is 15 minus F0, 9, whole divided by 2 F1 means 2 into 15 minus F0 is 9, F2 is 11 into H, class size, how much? 10. Okay, 20 plus 15 minus 9, that is 6, divided by 2 into 15, 30, minus 9 minus 11, that becomes 20 into 10. Okay, 20 plus 6, 30 minus 20, 10 into 10. So 10, 10 get cancelled. Okay, here plus is there, you can't cancel these two, but here multiplication is there, you can cancel them. So what left? Here 6 left, here 20 is there, 20 plus 6, it will be 26. So our required mode is 26. Okay, so just here one thing you have to do, identify the maximum frequency. So that is 15. So then the class interval will be our model class. From that model class, take the L, lower limit, next class size, next frequency of model class, next preceding frequency of model class, next succeeding frequency of model class. Okay, so if you get these all values, so it is easy to substitute in the formula and solve that one. You will get the mode.
In 30th question, the following table gives the production yield per hectare of wheat of 100 farms of a village. Draw a more than type OSIV for the given data. Already they given the data in perfect table. Okay, just you have to plot the graph. So for this, already I made here graph paper. Okay, on y-axis I took the cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency I took on y-axis, and the production yield I took on x-axis. Okay, so for every 1 centimeter I took it as a 5 units. So don't forget to write the scale along with the question number in your graph paper. Scale I took here, x-axis as 1 centimeter equal to 5 units and y-axis as 1 centimeter equal to 5 units. Now plotting the first point, for the more than or equal to 50, that is 100. Okay, here for the 50 we have to put the point for 100. So first point we got here. Next, the 55 for 98. So here 55 is there, so take vertical line up to 98. So where we will get the 98? So just below the 100. Okay, here 95 is there, so it will be comes here. Okay, so every one line you took it as a, every two line take the 1 unit. Okay, so it will gives us after how many lines? 1 2 3 4 5 6. After 6 lines take it as a third unit. So 95 plus 3, 98. So 98 will get here. Understood? So for every 2 lines, every 2 mm take as a 1 unit. Next, third point, 60 for 90. So it is direct point, 60 is here. So take vertical up to where? 90. Okay, so 90 is here. So this is our third point. Next, 65 for 78. So here 65. So where we have to take 78, just below the 80. Okay, so after sixth line means third unit. So 75 plus 3, it will be 78 here. Next, 70 for 54. Now here 70 for 54, where we will get 70 for 54. So it will be just below the 55. Okay, so the next line, sorry, the next point, 75 for 16. 75 is here, and 16 where we will get 16? Just after the 15. So one line, two line. Okay, 2 millimeter you have to take the 16 here. Okay, 15. After that, after plotting the points, now join the points with freehand drawing. Okay, just you have to join them with freehand drawing in a curve shape. So if you join all points, you will get the curve surface like this. So this is our required OSIV. Okay, so again repeat the steps and try to do yourself.
Next question, prove that the tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. Okay, so here they given the statement, you have to prove that the tangent at any point of a circle. Okay, let's take AB as a tangent and P as point of contact, and that is perpendicular to the radius through that point of contact. So here we have to show that this OP is perpendicular to AB, or AB is perpendicular to OP. Okay, so given thing you have to write first. Given what they given? Circle with center O. Circle with center O. Center O. Okay, and AB is tangent. AB is a tangent. Tangent. P is point of contact. Point of contact. Okay, every steps gets you marks. So write it them by step. So given to prove what you have to prove. You have to prove that OP is perpendicular to AB, or AB is perpendicular to OP, vice versa. It means here OP and AB are perpendicular, which means they are making the 90-degree angle. So construction, take a point Q on AB other than P. You have to take one point Q other than P. Join OQ. So try to join here OQ. Okay, so proof. So what we have to prove? Just we have to prove that this OP is the shortest distance from center to this AB. So the shortest distance always perpendicular to that line. Okay, so we have to show that this OP is shorter than other points. So here OQ is we took. So this OQ intersect circle at R. Okay, so here it is intersecting. It means OP equal to OR. OP equal to OR. Why? Radii of same circle. The both radius are of same circle. Radii of same circle. Okay, OP equal to OR. But this OQ gives us OR plus RQ. If you take that total line, it gives us OR plus RQ. It means OQ is greater than OR. OQ is greater than OR. That OQ line is greater than OR. But we know that OR is nothing but OP. So OQ is greater than OP. So if you take any point on this AB will be greater than OP. If you take any point on AB, then we will get here that line will be greater than OP. Okay, so that's why therefore OP is shortest distance. You can write it as OP is shortest distance which is perpendicular to AB. So already I mentioned the shortest distance will be perpendicular to that line. So that's why OP is perpendicular to AB. So hence we proved that the tangent is perpendicular to radius. So very simple method I used here. Okay, no need of writing lengthy explanations. In shortcut you have to write, and every steps you will get marks. So it is carries 3 marks. 32nd question. Draw a pair of tangent to a circle of the radius 4 cm which are inclined to each other at angle of 70 degree and write the measure of its length. a right circular metallic cone of height 20 centimeter and the base 5 centimeter is base radius is 5 centimeter melted and recasted into solid sphere. Find the radius of the sphere. Okay, so here they used one cone. Okay, so what they did, they recasted into sphere. They recasted into sphere, and its height they given. How much height? That is 20 centimeter, and its radius. Radius is how much? 5 centimeter. Okay, and they made it into sphere. Okay, we have to find the radius of the sphere. First, you write the given point. So height of cone. Height of cone. What is height of cone? That is h equal to 20 centimeter. And radius, base radius of cone. Radius of cone. So that is R1. Because here again we have to find the radius of sphere. So I will take it as a R2. So now it will be R1. That is 5 centimeter. Radius of sphere. Radius of sphere. So let's take it as R2. Okay. So here cone they made it into sphere. So cone, the volume of cone is equal to volume of sphere. Volume of cone equal to volume of sphere. Volume of sphere. Okay. So what is the formula of volume of cone? That is 1 by 3 pi r square h, r1 square. Okay. And volume of sphere will be 4 by 3 pi r2 cube. Okay. So 1 by 3 pi r1 square h equal to 4 by 3 pi r2 cube. So this pi get cancelled. By 3 get cancelled. What left here? R1 square. What is square? R1 square it will be 5 square into h is 20 and 4 into R2 cube. We don't know, keep like that only. So 5 square will be 25 into. So I'll take 4 this side. It becomes divisible equal to R2 cube. So 4 ones are 4 5s are. 5 into 25 we will get here 125 equal to R2 cube. So R2 equal to cube root of 125. So here we will get that will be 5 centimeter. So radius of sphere will be is 5 centimeter. Okay, so like this we have to solve. So I will solve the next problem also, that is choice question they given. Okay, out of 2 again you have to do only one. A solid sphere of radius 3 centimeter is melted and reformed by stretching it into cylindrical shape wire of length 9 meter. Okay, so here the unit is 9 meter, so convert it into centimeter. So find the radius of the wire. So they given the one solid sphere, they converted it into wire which is in the cylindrical shape. So first you write the radius of sphere. What they given? Radius of sphere, let's take it as R1. R1, how much they given? 3 centimeter. 3 centimeter. And a length of cylindrical wire. Length of wire I will take here. So it is nothing but our height of that cylinder. Okay, instead of height they given here length. Okay, so that length will be how much? 9 meter is nothing but 900 centimeter. And we have to find radius of wire. Radius of wire. So let's take it as R2. For what? Okay, volume of sphere equal to volume of wire. Volume of sphere equal to volume of wire. What is the volume of sphere formula? That is 4 by 3 pi r1 cube, and volume of wire, that is pi r2 square h. So 4 by 3 and pi get cancelled. r1 cube means 3 cube equal to r2 square. So r2 square, we don't know r2, we have to find that one only, into h is 900. Okay, so it will be 4 by 3 into 3 cube is 27. 3 cube, 3 into 3 into 3, that will be 27 r2 square into 900. So 3 ones are 3 nines are 4 nines are, it will be 36. Take that 900 this side, so it becomes divisible, equal to r2 square. So r2 equal to square root of 36 divided by 900. 36 divided by 900. So what is the square root of 36? That is 6. What is the square root of 900? That is 30. So it will be 1 by 5. 6 ones are 6 5s are. So here we got 1 by 5, or else you can convert it into decimal, that is 0.2 centimeter. Okay, so the radius of the wire is how much? 0.2 centimeter. Here you have to write last. Radius of wire is 0.2 centimeter. Okay, so for word problems you have to conclude with the result. Whatever you will get the answer, you have to write at the end. Now 34th question. So here we have to solve the given pair of linear equation by graphically. So if you want to plot the graph, first we have to do the solution table for both equations. At least 2 solutions we have to write. So first one, 2x plus y equal to 10 is there. So here I will take x equal to 1. If I take x equal to 1, it becomes 2 into 1 plus y equal to 10. Okay, so take 2 ones are 2 here, to right side, that becomes y equal to 10 minus 2. So y equal to 8. So whenever x is 1, y is 8. So this is our first solution. Similarly, take another one solution. So I will take x equal to 2. X equal to 2. Okay, then the equation becomes 2 into 2 plus y equal to 10. In place of x, write the 2. 2 into 2. So 2 2s are 4. So y equal to 10 minus 4. So y equal to 6. Okay, so here draw one solution table. So at least 2 solutions you have to write. So x and y. So x equal to 1 and y becomes 8. And x is 2, y becomes 6. Same thing you have to do for the second equation. So here x plus y equal to 6. So let's take x equal to 1. So equation becomes 1 plus y equal to 6. So y equal to 6 minus 1. So y equal to 5. So x is 1, then y will be 5. Similarly, let's take x equal to 2. Okay, so that becomes 2 plus y equal to 6. So y equal to 6 minus 2. So y equal to 6 minus 2, it will be 4. So our answer will be 4. Okay, so put in the solution table x, y. Okay, so x is 1, y will get here 5. Next, x is 2, y will be 4. So after getting the solution table, now plot the graphs.
Now I will show you how to plot the graph. So I written here both solution tables separately, and x-axis, y-axis I plotted the data. Okay, so for the x-axis 1 centimeter equal to 1 unit I took, and y-axis also I took 1 centimeter equal to 1 unit. So for the first equation I will taking x equal to 1, then y equal to 8. Okay, so x equal to 1 is here, y equal to 8. Where is 8? 8 is here. So the both points will intersect here. So this is our required coordinate of the first equation. Next, for the x2, y is 6. For the x2, y is how much? 6. So here we will get the point. Okay, so now draw a line by joining those 2 points. After joining the point, just extend that line. So for some measurements, okay, name that line as equation 2x plus y equal to 10. Okay, so now plotting the points for the second equation, that is x equal to 1, y is 5. So x is 1, y is 5. So here we will get the point. Okay, next x is 2, y is 4. X is 2, y is 4. Okay, so here we got the point. Now again we have to join those 2 points and extend the line until that line intersect the first line. See here, after drawing the second line and extend it, so until it will intersect the first line. So both lines are intersected at the point, that is 4, 2. So this is our solution. It means that is unique solution. So you have to mark this point and highlight it as our solution.
35th question. An AP consists of 37 terms in an arithmetic progression. Total 37 terms are there. The sum of first 3 terms of it is 12 and the sum of its last 3 terms is 318. Then find the first and last term. Okay, so total terms, how many terms are there here? Total terms are 37. Sum of first 3 terms. So let's take it as A1 plus A2 plus A3. So it will be how much? How much they given? 12 they given. Okay, you can write S3 also, but it will goes in the some different way. So I am doing here alternate way in easy method. So you can follow this one. First 3, sum of first 3 terms. First 3 terms means what? A1, A2, A3. Okay, now you have to write that A1, A2, A3 in terms of A and D. How? A1 is nothing but A, A2 is nothing but A plus D, A3 is nothing but A plus 2D equal to 12. So 1 plus A, 1A, 2A, 3A. Total how many A's? 3A. D plus 2D, it will be 3D equal to 12. Okay, take the 3 common. It becomes A plus D equal to 12. So A plus D equal to 12 by 3. 3 ones are 3 fours are. So A plus D equal to 4. So this is our equation number 1. Okay, due to space problem, I will solve here only alternately. So next condition, the sum of last 3 terms. Last 3 terms means what? So total 37 is there. So last 3 terms means A35, A36, A37 equal to how much? 318. They given. So now again same thing, for getting a equation write in terms of A and D. So A35 means A plus 34D plus A36, how to write? A plus 35D. A37, how to write? A plus 36D equal to 318. A plus A, it will be 3A plus 34D, 35D, 36D. How much you will get here? So 34, 36, it will be 70, 70 plus 35, it will be 105. 105D equal to 300. So again take the 3 common. A plus 3 3s are 3 5s are. So equal to 318. So A plus 35D, take 3 that side. 318 by 3, 3 ones are 3. So here 1 is not divisible by 3, so take 0. Next becomes the 18, that is 6. So A plus 35D equal to 106. So equation number 2. So now we got equation number 1 and equation number 2. Solve them by elimination method easily. So solving equation number 1 and 2. So that becomes a plus 35D. So write the bigger one at up and smaller one at below and eliminate them. Okay, so how to eliminate? Make the second equation into minus. So a get cancelled. 35D minus D, it will be 34D equal to 106 minus 4. So it will be 102. So 34D is there. So take 34 that side, that becomes divisible. So D equal to 102 divided by 34. Okay. So here 17 2s are 17 6s are 2 1s are 2 3s are. So now here we got D equal to 3. Okay. So D equal to 3 we got. So now if the D is 3, so substitute in the equation number 1. Okay. So from 1. So here I will solve from 1. Okay. So from 1, what is there? A plus D equal to 4. So D is 3, then A plus 3 equal to 4. A equal to 4 minus 3, A equal to 1. So the first term is how much? A 1. This is our first term. And we have to find the last term. That is, what is that? Last term. A 37. A 37. So how to write in shortcut? A plus 36D. Okay. A means 1. 36 into D is 3. So it becomes 1 plus 3 6 are 18. Carry 1. 3 3 are 9. 9 plus 1 10. Okay. So here we will get 109. This is our final answer. First term is 1 and last term is 109. Okay, so like this you have to solve neatly by step. So in 35th question, another one choice question is there. Okay, the sum of 7 terms of an AP is 140 and the sum of the next 7 terms of the same progression is 385. Then find the arithmetic progression. Okay, so sum of first 7 terms, so that is S7 equal to how much? 140. They given. Okay. The sum of next 7 terms. Next 7 terms means already 7 is there. Again next 7 means it will be total how many terms? Total terms will be 7 plus 7, that is 14. Then the sum of total 40 terms is how many? So first 7 terms is 140 and next 7 terms. So I will take that also S7. Okay, it is not exactly S7. So next 7. So just you can write next S7. So it will be 140 plus how much? 385. 385. Okay, it becomes, so 0 plus 5 5, 4 plus 8 12, carry 1, it will be 525. Yes, 14 is 525. Okay, here we got 2 sums. One is S7 is 140, S14 is 525. So using these two conditions, we can solve this problem using the equations, making them into equation. S7, I write it as using the SN formula. What is SN formula? N by 2, 2A plus N minus 1 into D. Okay, Sn is here, I will take it as S7. So it becomes 7 by 2, 2A, A we don't know, keep like that only, N we know, that is 7 minus 1 into D. So S7 is 140 equal to 7 by 2, 2A plus 7 minus 1, how much we will get? It will be 6D. Okay, taking this 7 by 2 this side, it becomes 170 into 2 by 7, it gets reciprocal 2A plus 6d. 7 ones are 7 20s are 20 into 2 40 equal to 2a plus 6d, which is nothing but 2a plus 6d equal to 40. So let's take it as equation number 1. Okay, you can cancel it and simplify that one, or else keep like that only, because afterwards you will get the like terms to cancel by elimination method. So second, S14. So S14 equal to n by 2, that is 14 by 2. 2a plus n minus, n means 14 minus 1 into d, and that is S14, that is how much? 525 equal to 2 ones are 2 sevens are 7 into 2a plus 14 minus 1 13d. Okay, take this 7 this side. 525 divided by 7, here we will get 2a plus 13d. Okay, so 7 ones are 7 sevens are 49, 7 fives are. So here we got 75 equal to 2a plus 13d. So 2a plus 13d equal to 75 is our second equation. So first equation is here 2a plus 6d equal to 40, and second equation is 2a plus 13d equal to 75. Solving 1 and 2. Solving 1 and 2. Okay, by solving these two, what you will get? 2a plus 13d equal to 75. Next, 2a plus 6d equal to 40. Okay, make the second equation multiplying with minus. So 2a get cancelled. 13d minus 6d, it will be 7d. 75 minus 40, it will be 35. So d equal to 35 by 7. 7 ones are 7 fives are. So d equal to 5. Okay, now we got the d equal to 5. Substitute in any one equation. Substitute in any one equation. So from 1 I will take. From 1 I will take. So 2a plus 6d is there. I will write it in place of d 5. So it will be 40. So 2a equal to 40 minus 30. 6 5s are 30. Okay. 2 equal to 10. 40 minus 30, it will be 10. So a equal to 5. How? 2 ones are 2 5s are. So a equal to 5. So we got a as 5, d as 5.
For 36th question, construct a triangle with sides 4 cm, 5 cm and 6 cm, and then another triangle whose sides are 5 by 3 of the corresponding sides of the first triangle. Okay, so here first you have to draw the first triangle. Which is that first triangle? Having the dimension of 4 cm, 5 cm and 6 cm. With scale, take 6 cm as our base. So name it as AB. Now measure 4 cm by your compass, and from A draw an arc. Okay, same thing you do for the B, taking the measurement 5 cm. Okay, so from B now cut the first arc. From B cut the first arc. Okay, so this is our point C. Now join AC and BC. Our first triangle ABC is ready. For this ABC triangle, we have to draw the similar triangle which having the corresponding sides in the ratio of 5 by 3. For this, from A, draw one acute angle with some measurement. After making the acute angle, now cut that line with equal intervals of 5 parts. Okay, we have to divide this line into 5 equal interval of parts. By compass, make here 5 equal intervals of parts. Name them as A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. Okay, so after that we need the given triangle as three parts, considering it as a three parts, and the extra how much we need the five parts outside. Okay, 5 by 3 is there. It means our required triangle is have to make it into three parts and five parts for the new triangle which is we are doing. So for this, join A3 to B. After joining A3 to B, now take one arc from A3 with some measurement. So after taking from the arc from A3, same arc without changing the measurement, take from the A5. Why are we doing this? Because to draw a parallel line from the A5. So after drawing the second arc, now measure the first arc. So measuring that arc, now cut the second arc with that measurement. So here we will get one point. So now from A5 to through this point, draw one line which will parallel to A3 to B. So after drawing a line parallel to A3 to B, now extend this AB until it intersect. Now name the intersecting point as B dash. So whatever you did here, parallel construction, same thing you have to do from the point B to B dash. Okay, same thing here, you have to draw a parallel line which is parallel to BC. Okay, so from B take one arc. So taking same arc on B dash also. Okay, taking arc, again measure the first arc, cut the second arc. So from this point B dash, draw a line which will parallel to BC. Now extend this AC till it intersect the line from B dash. Now name that intersecting point as C dash. So now A, B dash, C dash is our required triangle which is similar with corresponding sides of 5 by 3. Required triangle will be A, B dash, C dash. 37th question. A toy is made in the shape of cylinder with one hemisphere stuck to one end and a cone to the other end. As shown in the figure, the length of the cylindrical part of the toy is 20 centimeters. So here they given the length. We can take it as a height of that cylinder also. And its diameter is 10 centimeter. The total diameter is 10 centimeter. So it means this 10 centimeter is gives us the radius of the hemisphere, radius of the cylinder, and they given here another one thing. If the slant height of the cone is 13 centimeters, so slant height, that is L they given, then for the radius it is also same. If you divide the diameter, you will get the radius of cone also same. Now find the surface area of the toy. Now roughly redraw the diagram and write the given data. So they given the diameter, so that is 10 centimeter, and as I told, the radius of the hemisphere, radius of the cylinder, and radius of the cone will get here same, that is R equal to 10 by 2. If you divide the diameter by 2, you will get here radius. So 10 by 2, it will be 5 centimeter. R is 5 centimeter. Next, they given in the question length of the cylinder. So I am taking it as a height of cylinder, that is H, 20 centimeter. Next, slant height they given. So slant height of the cone, let's take it as L equal to 13 centimeter. Now we have to find the surface area of the toy. So if you want surface area of the toy, then we have to take here curved surface area of the hemisphere, curved surface area of the cylinder, and curved surface area of the cone. If we add all three, we will get here the total surface area of the toy. Total surface area of toy equal to curved surface area of hemisphere, curved surface area of cylinder, plus curved surface area of cone. Now put the formula. So curved surface area of hemisphere, it will be 2 pi r square. Curved surface area of cylinder will be 2 pi rh. Curved surface area of cone will be pi rl. Okay, so here pi r square is there, here pi r is there, here pi r is there. So take it as common. So taking pi r common, so what left? 2r plus 2h plus l left. So now substitute the values. So pi means 22 by 7. R is how much here? 5. 2r means 2 into 5 plus h is how much? 20. 2 into 20 plus l is how much? 13. Okay, so 22 by 7 into 5. So first you multiply 22 into 5, it will be 110 divided by 7. Now 2 5s are 10 plus 2 into 20, it will be 40 plus 13. So first you open the bracket, 110 by 7 into in bracket how much is there? 10 plus 40 plus 13, it will be 63. Okay, now you cross divide them. 7 ones are 7 nines are. So here we will get 110 into 9, it will be 990. Okay, so it is surface area, so unit will be centimeter square. So surface area of the toy will be 990 centimeter square. 38th question. So it is theorem based question. Prove that ratio of the areas of two similar triangles is equal to the square of the ratio of their corresponding sides. So for this I given one video link in the description. Go through that video link, you will get the all theorems regarding triangles as well as circle chapter. Okay, so thanks for watching our video.